Nikola Tesla and the Royal Society Part 3, deriving his clarifications more from theory than from actual experimentation. Hertz had created an elegant mathematical interpretation of Maxwell's equations, but at the expense of some aspects of Maxwell's theory, most notably vector quantity that has magnitude and direction and scalar quantity that has magnitude, but no direction, such as a point or field potentials.
In duplicating Hertz's work, Tesla postulated that these components should not have been eliminated. What he tried to tell Hertz, and what he wrote a few months later, was that electromagnetic waves might more appropriately be called electric sound waves or sound waves of electrified air. When Dr. Heinrich Hertz undertook his experiments from 1887 to 1889, Tesla told an interviewer his object was to demonstrate a theory postulating a medium filling all space called the ether, which was structureless, of inconceivable tenuity, and yet possessed of great rigidity. He obtained certain results, and the whole world acclaimed them as an experimental verification of the cherished theory. But in reality, what Hertz tended to prove just its fallacy. I had maintained for many years before that such a medium as supposed could not exist, and that we must rather accept the view that all space is filled with a gaseous substance. On repeating the Hertz experiments with much improved and very powerful apparatus, I satisfied myself that what he had observed was nothing else but effects of longitudinal waves in a gaseous medium. That is to say, waves propagated by alternating compression and expansion, emphasis added. He had observed waves in much of the nature of sound waves in the air, not transverse electromagnetic waves, as generally supposed. Tesla tried to open a dialogue by noting that his experiments tended to contradict the polished mathematical results Hertz had achieved, but Hertz rebuked him. He seemed disappointed to such a degree. Tesla recalled that he regretted my trip and parted from him sorrowfully. Having replicated Hertz's experiments, Tesla tried to show the German professor that his own oscillator could produce a much more efficient frequency for transmitting wireless impulses. Tesla already had his eye on the idea of transmitting power through the ambient medium, and the Hertzian paradigm virtually disallowed this possibility. But egos clashed, as one Weltanschauung threatened the other, and Hertz would never come to realize that his device was obsolete. Perhaps this was to Hertz's advantage, for even to this day, wireless frequencies are referred to as Hertzian waves, when, in fact, they are really Teslas, as they are produced by high-frequency continuous wave oscillators, not by the primitive Hertzian interrupted spark gap apparatus. During the voyage home, Tesla walked the deck of the ship and pondered an incident that occurred to him during a hike he had taken in the mountains during the trip. Having witnessed an oncoming thunderstorm, he had noted that the rain was delayed until a flash of lightning was perceived. This observation confirmed Tesla's speculations with Martin and Crookes that weather control was possible because it was the production of large amounts of electricity in Tesla's eyes that caused the downpour. Revealing a megalomaniacal streak, Tesla recalled his thoughts that day in the Alps. Here was a stupendous possibility of achievement. If we could produce electric effects of the required quality, this whole planet and the conditions of existence on it could be transformed. The sun raises the water of the oceans, and the winds drive it to distant regions, where it remains in a state of most delicate balance. If it were in our power to upset it when and wherever desired, this mighty life-sustaining stream could be at will control. We could irrigate arid deserts, create lakes and drivers, and provide motive power in unlimited amounts. It seemed a hopeless undertaking, but I made up my mind to try it. And immediately upon my return to the United States in the summer of 1892, work was begun for the successful transmission of energy without wires. End of Nikola Tesla and the Royal Society Part 3. Thank you for watching.